Welcome back to the Sned Shed. A few months ago, we kicked off the restoration of a 1986 Toyota Land Cruiser FJ60. With the help of our donor car for extra parts, our plan was pretty simple.
So we're gonna take the good parts off of that one, replace the floor in this one, replace all the rust.
As we began to tear down the blue one, we quickly realized that the rust was more extensive than we thought.
A lot of bad and minimal good. Rust here, rust here, rust in those corners, more rust here, more rust here.
As we continued getting both cars torn down, we brainstormed and decided that the easiest thing to do would be chop both cars in half and weld the good halves together. In the last video, we finally got the roof tacked in place and are in the middle of making it secure all the way around. This has been quite the journey so far, so make sure you check out the previous videos in this series and stick around as things finally start to take shape. Let's get into the video.
Oh, I think what would be even cooler is a 2JZ swap. Weld, 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 then grind, then grind, then weld more, then grind.
All right, in today's video, we are going to be finish welding the roof. So right now it is pretty much just tacked in place. So we're gonna go through and we are gonna finish getting all of the plug welds in place so it is finally in one piece. And weld, weld, weld.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, we're gonna start with the front.
So we gotta get it yoinked.
We gotta get it yoinked on there. We were trying to take off the front of the roof. All of these spot welds were terrible. So it kind of got bent. So that's why it looks like this. So we're gonna go through, probably start on that and then get the rest plug weld, plug weld, plug weld all the way around.
Yeah, there's plug welds all along this drip rail all the way around, and then there's the great seam. So we're gonna do it all. Yeah! Okay, Sned Shed tip of the day. And I'll be honest, I don't know if this is the correct way to do this, but this is the way we've been doing it and it's been working fine. Right here, when we were taking this off, we couldn't get to this spot weld, so we drilled all the way through. So now when we're trying to do the plug weld, there's this big hole right here. So we have basically nothing to weld to. So what we have done in the past, and we're gonna do this time, we're gonna stick this little piece of metal behind it. Then we can weld to that metal filling in that gap. And then afterwards we can grind off this piece of metal and then grind down the plug weld as well. So let's do it. Like I said, that metal doesn't have to be perfect because it's not staying there. It's just something for your weld to go to the backboard, like in soccer. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna look really dumb. And just like that, hole is filled. Now we can clean that up with a flap disc or whatever.
How do you plan to make this not a tin box?
I was actually thinking about that this morning.
Wait, well, let's read the question. We can answer it on air.
Yeah, answer it on air. Also, always be commenting. Always be asking us questions. Hey, why are you so dumb looking? Why are you growing your hair out? Why didn't you do it this way? You did it wrong.
Back and better than ever. Nice. OMG, you're back. I'm impressed you guys got the car back together when you butchered the windscreen. Yeah. Been waiting for this. David, this might be down the road, but what is your plan to make this thing sound less like a big tin can? Roof doors, floors, etc. Lizard skin heat and sound? Dynamat?
Yeah, so the thing about this car in general is that it's very heavy. and underpowered. I think it has like 110 horsepower or something like that. We do have a 5-speed transmission to make it a little faster on the highway and stuff like that, but that doesn't give it more horsepower. So if we put a bunch of Dynamat all over this thing, make it even more heavy. So I think at least for the floor we will Dynamat, and then we'll probably do something else for the doors and the ceiling roof. Because the roof had that foam stuff, but stuff sucks, and we're never getting it off.
No, it's a freaking on there.
Freaking on there. Or we can do an LS swap. LS swap.
We have considered it.
We have considered it.
That'd be sweet, dude. That'd be really sweet.
I think what would be even cooler is a 2JZ swap.
That's what we're talking about.
Because it's, you know, Toyota. Ran out of line.
Oh no. Didn't we just get some? You see this thing? It's held together by welds.
We got new wire. I'll load her up. Oh shit, I had it on speed mode. I'll let go. Just like that, we're back in action. Where were we? I had one more weld to do, then we're gonna flip the dick and do the other side. All right? One of these days we're going to be done freaking welding. But that's it. That's the front part of the roof. Welded, locked in. Should do the drip rail next since it's right here.
Yeah.
We destroyed this part.
Did we? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But we can fix it.
All right, what's the update?
So we got all the plug welds done on the drip rail on this side, including the back here. And we kind of realized we kind of destroyed this roof a little bit when we were taking it off. A lot of this is going to need to be ground down. Basically, I mean every single plug weld, but back here got a little squirrely. Anyway, I think what I'm going to work on now, while we have it tilted this way, filling in this crevasse with some spot welds, and then we can grind down some stuff, grind down the welds. Chad also ground down this. It's looking really good. This is where the windshield goes, so this part is hidden. We'll probably do a little more cleanup a little bit, but it's overall looking very good. We're making progress in this roof. ain't going nowhere.
What happened? Sorry. Didn't mean to sneak up on you there.
I had to Dremel the John and make a gap to weld. So now, what I'm doing is I'm making sure before I make a tack that these things are perfect. So like this, you feel it. Feel it with your finger?
Mm-hmm.
Feel it.
I feel it. Oh,
that John is
disgusting.
not in. Do you do a little screwy? A screwy, get it better. Now feel it. That's freaking locked in.
That's nice. That's really
locked
nice.
in. So we're gonna do that the whole way. Because if they're perfectly in line, then when we grind them down, put some body filler on there, sand them, you won't even be able to tell.
There's only one big booty, so it goes big booty, then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say there's 11 people playing. Okay. It can be the easiest because you're always big booty because you're freaking big booty.
Okay, you want to play?
I'm probably like one of 10 people on this earth that has ever played that. I'm not putting that in the video. I'll tell you that. I need to clean this. Look at that. You think I can freaking see?
It's just
Oh, I'm gonna be able to see.
Oh my gosh, I can see everything so much better. Including the weld. I've been welding with a handicap.
We gave Chad the welder.
Chad the welder.
All right, next up, we're gonna tilt it the other way and do the same exact thing. Weld all the drip rails, the plug welds in the drip rails, and then weld the seam in the top. And then we have a few other things to weld. So let's get to it. Is that real?
All right, anybody that is watching that knows or has done this type of thing on a car before, we need a tool that will sand these welds down. We don't need to weld them down completely, but the only thing I have is this little humdinger, and it doesn't fit in there. We can't sand that down because that area is too narrow. So if anybody does have an idea of what we can use, we're thinking Dremel or something, like a Dremel bit of some sort. But if anybody has done this before, any help would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, I looked at the arc. I was so good.
Right?
Very bright.
Extremely bright.
All right, that is gonna be it for this video. We got the roof fully welded in, which means a couple hundred plug welds all the way around the roof. So right here in the front and the drip rail all the way around. There was a crap ton of them and it took forever. And then the most time consuming task was actually this seam right here because we had to get everything lined up completely perfect before we could make the tacks all the way down. But it's pretty locked in. In the next video, we are going to get all these welds cleaned up on the exterior of the body and then interior, anything that needs to be cleaned up and finished off so that we can start prepping it for paint. So thank you so much for watching. If you have not, make sure you check out the other videos we have on this project. And if you're new, subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you think of the project so far. We'll catch you on the next one. Down, getting some primer on there, bing bang boom, bada bing bada boom, and then keep working on the project. In the next video, we are going to, what are we doing in the next video? All right, in the next video, we are going to, was that the take? Point, cutting 2 cars in half and whatnot, and suck my. We'll catch you on the next one. That was the worst take of them all. Leave a comment of what you think what makes you think we can suck. You try.
No, I can't. We can't switch it now. We can't switch it now.
Steve, I'm doing it. You have. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like. We'll catch you on the next one. Has to be it.